All right, good afternoon, guys. This is actually my third take on this video, so hopefully it works better this time. Anyway, this is a quick tutorial video on how to use Google Tour. So with the assignment that I gave you guys this week, it's meant to be no pressure, no stress. I don't want you guys to spend like an hour on this, but I did want to give you guys a quick tutorial of how this works. So anyway, when you guys click on the link in the Google Doc, it's going to open up to this page, right? So everyone's going to click on Get Started. So you click on Get Started, and I'm going to ask the record this tab. Okay. So now, when you click on Get Started, it opens up to the tour creator. You can see I have two different tours in here. One that was a template of, I believe it was a temple in India. That I was taking a look at, just seeing how this program works. And the other was one of me just trying to create my own tour, just to see if this would work for you guys. So anyway, yours would be blank, okay? So in order to create a new tour, all you're going to do is you're going to click on New Tour up here. So I'm going to click on that. And it brings us to this page. And you're going to fill in this information rather quickly. So you're going to give the tour a title. So let's give it, let's say, I'll call it the 2020 8th grade Washington, D.C. trip. And I will say the description. This is a virtual tour of a couple of stops from our 8th grade trip to Washington, D.C. That's all. Don't need to write much. You need to put it in a category they make you. You could put anything. It doesn't really matter. I think it's just so that people could search tours based on categories, but I'm just going to put travel and leisure. You do need to add a cover photo. They make you add a cover photo because when you try to click publish on the end of the tour, it's going to say, please add a cover photo. You can add anything. So I just downloaded a picture of the White House. I'm going to drag and drop in there. So it looks like that, the cover of the tour. Anyway, I'm going to go to create now. And when you hit create, it brings up this view. I want you to search for places. So I gave you guys a list of places that you could go to in Washington, D.C., but let's start with a pretty obvious one. We'll start with the White House. Make sure you pick the right one, not the White House Garage, the White House Hotel, but the White House on Pennsylvania Ave. So I'm going to click on that. And when you click on it, it actually brings you inside the White House, into the press room. This is where the president meets with the press, different newspapers and whatever it may be. But we don't go inside the White House when we visit it. It's too hard to bring a whole group of kids into the White House. But anyway, what you can do is on this Google map, you know that little Google yellow icon guy? You can drag him somewhere outside the White House. So I'm just going to put him outside front right here. And you can see all of the protesters, right? There's always people protesting outside the White House anyway. And if you drag this icon, you will have different views from different points of time. So if I drag it in Lafayette Square Park, this looks like it was from a while ago. This is another cool view. So you can drag your icon anywhere in Lafayette Square Park. It doesn't really matter where you drag it, but make sure it's just not outside. So anyway, let's say you like this to be your starting point for your tour, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to click on Add Scene in the lower right-hand corner. That's all. You're going to add that scene, and then you're going to title the scene. I'm just going to title it The White House. I guess this is the guy that took the picture or something. I don't know why it says that person's name. And I'm just going to call the location the White House. That's it. That's all you need to do to add a scene. Let's say you want to add a second point of interest, right? I'm going to click on Add Scene in the lower left-hand corner here. I'm going to click Add Scene. I'm going to search for a new place now. I'm going to search for my favorite place when we go to DC, Capitol. Once again, make sure it's the right place. I don't know, the Capitol by Polt Holmes, Capitol Park, Trout Pond. No, here, the Capitol on First Street. And this is where we usually take you guys anyway. This is my favorite part of Washington, D.C. It's the first stop on our trip to D.C. And this is where we actually take you guys. We actually start out back here. And do you guys see these stairs right here where these women, it looks like we're walking up these stairs? That's where we would normally walk down, and now bring us to the visitor center. So this is actually a perfect place to start your second scene or your second part of the tour. All you have to do is click Add Scene. It's added. I'm going to call it the U.S. Capitol. Because I like things to be uniform, I'm going to change this. The U.S. Capitol. And that's all. Let's say you added 5 points of interest, right? All you need to do is hit Publish. And you can make it public. And when you hit Publish, it gives you the link that you're going to put in the Google Doc. And then you can view your tour, or then you can say you're done. And that's it, guys. It's as easy as that. Like I said, this is a no-pressure assignment, so please don't stress about this. But if you guys do have questions, please, you can always email me, reach out to me any way you want. All right, guys? Have a great day.